Yeah, we got John Anderson singing in that song, Shock to the System. And we have a bit of news about John Anderson coming up and some news that's a bit of a shock to the system that we want to make people aware of. But for those of you tuning in, this is a Drum Talk TV news desk report. I'm Steven Schinder, and this
I'm
is
Danielle Major. Hello.
yeah, thanks for reminding me. I couldn't see. I mean, your name is right there, but and we know each other, so I really have no excuse.
Cool. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah. So, like we mentioned, we have something for all Facebook users to be aware of and to be aware of. There's some stuff regarding, people they're hackers online and they put these comments impersonating other people and they're like images and links. And we'll show examples right in a moment. Have these images, which have bits of them cropped out since I wasn't sure that certain people would want attention brought to them.
Yeah.
So that's that whole thing. But let me just pull it up and share my screen real quick. So do the present thing.
Online
Um,
posers.
yeah, what a
Posers.
poser,
What a poser.
Um, well, this first example I'm gonna show is actually something that uh, Dad and I thought maybe could have been a hack, but it might actually be that the parent company that owns it. So Drum Magazine, this is their Facebook page. I'll zoom in a bit. They've apparently their parent company might be Media 24, so that's why they have been sharing all these links on their Facebook page that are about
Mm.
all sorts of news that isn't really drumming or even music related. There might be some sprinkled here
Hmm.
and there, but I wasn't able to scroll back super far enough. I may have seen a thing or two, but there's like a lot of news links that they post that have to do with, like, this one is like about, how can I appeal a judgment. It's a seems like a
Hmm.
court
Or like
related
a
thing.
blog.
Yeah, like a law related thing. And there's some other news headlines that we saw
Hmm.
where it seemed like might have to do with major events or someone dealing with a
Hmm.
disease or celebrity news. This celebrity
Oh yeah.
couple is pregnant now, and it's just
Oh,
so
I see so many
random.
ones like that are like, oh, that they died. It was like ripped to this legend, and it shows a picture of a guy who I'm very sure is alive. And on
Oh
the
yeah,
comments, I'm just like, you know, this guy's alive right now.
yeah.
And there's,
I haven't seen that on this page, but we do have an example
yeah.
of that from somewhere else. But
Yeah, and I
yeah,
will say that there are some other like shopping scams. Like 2 weeks ago, I saw an ad for Hot Topic, and it was like all these shirts, like band shirts. They were like $5 a piece, and so I went to the website, and it said Hot Topic, and had all these shirts. But when I went to the checkout, it was a completely different like name of the store and all this stuff. I was like, wait a second, this isn't even Hot Topic. This is like something else. And then I went back, and it was like Hot Topics, and I was like, what? And they had like replicated the entire Hot Topic website and all the shirts and everything. And I was like, no, I was
yeah.
like, no, I'm never gonna get that.
Yeah, we'll get to some of that, but in the case of Drum Magazine, it just feels like they're, if this is their parent company, Media 24, if this is legitimate, then at best it seems like they might just be throwing out anything and everything as far as news topics, and it's
Yeah,
just kind of strange. Like, I don't know why it's that when you would think it's about drumming. I mean, on Drum Talk TV, we occasionally get comments where someone will say, "I thought this was a drum page," and it's a post about it's still music related at least,
right.
but on this page there's lots that isn't music related, and I guess it also reminds us of other pages. The possibility of other pages that could get hijacked and it might suspiciously throw links that might not seem in line. And when those things happen to those other pages, then, err with caution, do not click on the link. And yeah, so like we said, we weren't 100% on Drum Magazine being hijacked. It might just be this weird strategy they're using. But with any page where the topic seems strange, err with caution. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show these other examples. But before I show this next one, just know that this person that I'm showing has not passed. It's a celebrity, Steve Harvey. He is still alive. But yeah, there's this post in a group called House of Drums over on Facebook. And like some users on Facebook have been spamming groups and putting these fake headlines of like RIP, this person has passed, a goodbye, in this case, Steve Harvey. So you've seen a bunch of these too as well, right, Danielle?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So in these cases, again, like do not click the links. What one should do first is Google the celebrity. And, what I do is I go to Wikipedia, and if it says that they've passed, there's a citation of where the info is from, and you can scroll down to the source and you can check if it's a reputable source. But yeah, when you see these types of posts,
how reputable does that punctuation look?
Yeah, that punctuation is pretty sus. And like just the thing that these ones tend to use over and over is this candle, and it seems to be the trend, and it's just, man. And I really hope that
it's just clickbait, man. Just clickbait.
Yeah,
like
I know that people keep on passing away, but people should research before clicking on anything.
Agreed.
Yeah, and now we'll get to the t-shirt scam trend that seems to be happening.
You see it too? Oh,
yeah. So zoomed in so that one of us, I think this was Dad, who was tagged in a comment of a post. So sometimes we see that some musicians we know, after we comment on their post, someone who has cloned their profile will have like the same profile picture and name and act like they're them and say, hey, this shirt comes and goes, so if you want one, you better get it now. And they put a link, and we've blocked out the link so that nobody gets too curious and tries to click it, because it could give them a virus, and we do not want viruses.
Yeah.
And I think we had another shirt example of the last of these images here. Yeah, so there's another one there, and same wording there.
If someone responds with a comment with like more than 2 emojis, just don't even. It's like you've got 8 emojis in here. Like, let's. I'm not trusting it.
Yeah, like it feels very copy and paste.
Yeah. Especially when you use this emoji with the pointing down, like pointing here, point it, click here, click here, click here. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna.
Right. Yeah, when it comes to t-shirts, check the official pages of the artist or the band and their official website. That's where you can get the real t-shirts. Like, you don't want to risk clicking on a link that might damage your computer and whatever else,
True. Agreed.
Right. So, well, what have we got next off the dock here?
All right. So we have some cool interviews coming up. So today at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Dan is going to interview Jason Gianni. Jason is on the new Stratusfurious. That's a hard one. Stratusfurious. Oh my gosh. Album with Joe Dinizon, who is also the violinist for Kansas. That's cool. Jason also co-hosted a Drum Talk TV original series, a tribute to the tributes, which they are talking about firing up again. That sounds like fun. I think we have a clip of that, where Jason is playing a track they did with the Venezuelan Jarapo band. Wow, that
Now,
was
Danielle,
amazing.
so yeah,
That
so
was
I'm not
amazing.
a drummer, so a compliment I can give is, wow, this guy can drum. But since you're a
Yeah,
drummer, Danielle, what did you think
that
about the?
was amazing. I was really trying to figure out what kind of kit that was. I'm not sure. Can't see the label or the logo. I know there's a Remo tone
Oh, it's
heads and
Pearl.
paste symbols. Oh, it's a pearl. Okay, I was guessing it's either a pearl or a Yamaha. Hit that guy looks amazing. He has the talent of Joey Jordison with the look of Geddy Lee.
With hair. Yeah.
That was amazing. I definitely want to be around for that interview because that was some very
Yeah.
clean drumming. I
Oh,
like
it
to like
might
we call
might
it.
be Yamaha, but I don't know. I guess we can check
Yeah,
later
I think it
after.
is a Yamaha, honestly, because usually if it has those little labels on it on each drum like that, that's usually a Yamaha thing, but I could be wrong.
Okay. And
Okay,
I actually have listened to the new CD by Joe Denison and Stratusfurious. Um, I got it mailed to me by Jason, a nice autograph there. And
nice.
this is a really cool album. It's really rocking right from the get go. And it
Mhm.
even includes a cover of Frame by Frame. I believe that's a King Crimson song. It definitely has King Crimson member songwriting
Mhm.
credits. But yeah, like as soon as I finished listening to this, I'm like, wow, I can't wait till the next time I listen to this again.
That's a good album.
Yeah, like that's a mark of a good album
Yeah,
right there.
definitely for
Yeah.
sure. All
Um,
right.
yeah. So next here on the list of topics, coming up Saturday, October 5th at noon Pacific, we've got Andy Ascalese. So he'll be having a Drum Talk TV interview, also simulcast on Yes Shift because of the connections there. He's part of the Band Geek, so I've been touring with Yes original singer and founder John Anderson. He's a really cool guy. We've met him in person back in August, so that'll be a fun interview there. And I believe we might have a picture of his kit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, it was really cool, like
Wow.
getting to stand behind that.
I wish I had a China symbol on my electric kit. I just don't, but it would be great if I did.
Mm. Yeah, but that was an incredible show that Dad and I watched. Like we were super glued to it. So it'll be cool having Andy on.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
guess yeah, and I guess these next couple which are Yes Shift related.
Mhm.
So Sunday, October 6th at noon Pacific, Dad and I will be doing a Tom Brislin birthday episode. I have a couple ideas which I still need to confirm for sure with Dad,
Mhm.
but we'll be talking about some of the stuff he's done. He's actually the keyboardist of Kansas at the moment. He's done a really great job. I saw Kansas last year and they were really solid. So
Mhm.
really great stuff there. And
Hey, I have a yes question. Okay, so you
yeah,
know a lot more about yes than I do. I only know little bits because I, as a young person, being taught a lot of like the '70s, '80s bands, my parents mostly focused on like Led Zeppelin and Blue Oyster Cult for some reason.
yeah.
Who was the keyboardist who played like the roundabout on Yes? Like
Yeah,
who
that
did he?
was Rick Wakeman.
Okay, okay, that's what I thought. All right,
Yeah,
just checking.
Tom Brislin played on their 2001 symphonic tour. He was not
Uh-huh.
an official member, but later sort of retroactively got added to like the member list. But it's really
Okay,
cool seeing him play the material
and
in the.
who played bass then on that album?
Sorry,
You know who played the bass? Like who played bass on that album?
uh, on the album that had Roundabout, you mean?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that would have been Chris Squire. He was on
Yeah.
all the Yes albums up until
Mhm.
his passing in the mid
Yeah.
2010s.
I've
Yeah.
always thought that the bass for Roundabout was probably one of my favorite as a kid. Hearing that, like the boom, 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 the whole it was crazy. I was like, wow, what is this? Because as a kid, I heard that I was like, wow, they could do that on a bass.
Yeah.
I always thought bass was really boring, and then I heard that I was like, good lord,
No, yeah. A lot of
really
people say
good.
that Chris Squire really added more character to the basic
Yeah, I
instrument.
agree. I agree. All right. And one more other question. Where did the name Yes Shift come from? Like, I never asked. Like, how did you guys come up with that?
Um, well, I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about that? Okay.
It's okay. I just want to know the name because
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
cool
So
name.
yeah, we're so the way that it came up was, Dad and I were on the phone. There were actually a couple times we were on the phone talking about yes, and at the end of both of those conversations, he was like, "We should make a podcast," and uh,
Hmm.
about yes, and I was like, "Oh, really? You do that?" Because I'd been doing podcasts about other things like
Yeah, I know.
and so he suggested the name Yes Shit because we talk
Oh.
or people might say yes shit, and it was a silly thing that we didn't realize some of the criticisms that would come because fans of a band can get reactionary and think we're talking smack about the band when really that's not what we were doing.
Yeah,
I
I
was
can
just
see that.
okay, let's just add an F in there and it'll be yes shift, and that's the whole story.
Huh. That's really cool.
Yeah, I do prefer the new name though.
I think it's very interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really cool.
Yeah, and then on October 8th, so that would be Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific, we have John Anderson, like I said, the original Yes singer who's been touring with the Band Geeks, and he and the Band Geeks have a new album called True, which is incredible. I think Dad has listened to it like 20 times or something crazy like that. Yeah, and yeah, that's gonna be a really cool interview. We have a limited time window, so we're good try to make sure we squeeze in some good stuff there, good conversation. And yeah, really looking forward to that right there. um so what else do we have going on?
Okay. Um.
Yeah, it slipped my mind that we had a couple clips to show. That was actually from the concert that Dad and I saw back in August with John and the Band Geeks, and he's turning 80 this month, October 25th. Yeah, it's
Wow.
really unbelievable what he's still able to do.
Okay.
And
Do we have another clip?
yeah, so that one was Awaken, which is a Yes epic, and this next one is one of the new songs from the album True, and it's from the same concert that we saw in Phoenix in August. So check this out, folks.
You are everyone, you are me. You are everyone, you are free. All of us can see mistakes, getting over all the sense of reason. Even if the power light shines through the sense of the storyline. Just
Yeah,
That was
you can see
epic.
they're all having a fun time.
Like
And
keyboard part was like killing it out of the gate.
yeah, and it's even more elevated when you watch it in person. Like you can tell how great it is in the clips, but when it's filmed on a device, like a phone, it doesn't always give
Yeah.
it the complete experience, you
Yeah.
know.
I always call whenever you record a music like on your phone, it's like listening to music in a can. It's like it
Mm.
sounds like it's coming out of a can because it just the sound quality is always terrible.
Yeah, yeah, there are some that sound better than others, but here you do get the idea of
Yeah.
like how they're playing, and
Yeah.
but when you see it in person, it's like another level.
The production looked really, really cool. The lights, the show, the stage, the setup, everything looked really like I would
Yeah,
definitely want to go to that.
yeah, and the screens in the back, yeah,
For sure.
right.
All right. Okay. And I know there's more Q&A sessions coming up in our membership site, so make sure to check the calendar at drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Speaking of which, we have a very new video about the membership site. And guys, also, I like to reiterate all the time, Drum Talk TV Brilliance is not just for drummers. This guy, oh wait, this guy, there we go. This guy, not a drummer,
Right.
but also enjoys the site. And I think we took a poll today on the site on regular DTV, and a lot of our followers aren't musicians, aren't drummers, but just really love music. And I think that that's what combines and gets everybody together, and that's what helps those who use Drum Talk TV Brilliance, and they really enjoy it because it's not just for drummers. There's a lot of things that you can enjoy, game shows, videos. It's all about loving music, and I think that's what puts us together. So we have a clip I'd like to roll and show everybody about that.
Attention drummers, it's time to showcase your skills in the ultimate John Bonham Drum Challenge playing to the music. Attention drummers, it's time to showcase your skills in the ultimate John Bonham Drum Challenge playing to the music of Led Zeppelin. Join the John Bonham Play Along Challenge in the Drum Talk TV Brilliance Showcase. Here's how. Pick a Led Zeppelin song, record your performance, and upload it to the Brilliance website. We can hardly wait to see your videos. The prizes are in the video description. Big name judges to be announced soon. Be part of the challenge. Join us. www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com and use DTTV free at checkout for a free year. Join now and get your best bonzo on.
All right.
And now we are inviting everyone to join us in our new membership site for exclusive live streamed concerts, round table Q&As with big artists, and not just drummers, all in virtual environments. No goggles required. And so many more experiences. And here's a peek at one of our live stream game shows.
The results. Totally scrambled the leaderboard, right? All right.
Winners can win prizes, and each year we will host a live in-person event with our competition of champions, who at some point has not been moved by music. Oh man, everybody here has seen someone that's walking in their truth. And that's Dan and so many of our fans and artists from all over the world. So join this exclusive community. Come share your brilliance and admire the brilliance of others.
All right, so I'm gonna clarify some things real quick. Yes, DTV Brilliance is not just for drummers, but for drummers, we have a very unique part of the site, which I love as a drummer because I run into this issue all the time. It's the playing along to a song, posting it, and then having it been taken down or flagged or muted on Facebook or TikTok or wherever because of copyright issues. So, Drum Talk TV, we have Brilliant Showcase, which means as a drummer, you can play to any song you want. It could be Queen, it could be AC/DC, it could be Led Zeppelin, it could be The Weeknd, it could be Avril Lavigne, it could be ABBA. I don't care what you're into. You could play to any song and then submit it. Give it a couple days. We'll post it on the site, and other people can actually see it, comment on it, and you can share it with everybody else who's in the site. So with that being said, that first video we rolled just a second ago, that was the John Bonham, or what we call Bonzo Challenge. We have up until the end of October, where you can pick any Led Zeppelin song you want and play along to it, record yourself playing along to it, submit it through the site, and the winner will be chosen between a combination of likes and comments, as well as we have guest judges who will pick. But we have, I think it's a $150 gift card of any kind of like music equipment store, like Guitar Center or Sweetwater, anything like that, for the best videos or the most liked videos. So that is something that's really cool to me as a drummer. It's not something you can find in a lot of different places. Like there's not TikTok challenges or Facebook challenges that welcome people playing to licensed music. So it's really, really cool. I, for one, am submitting a video of myself playing To the Ocean, and possibly, I don't know, I haven't decided if I want to do the Lemon Song or another one, but something like that. I'm going to do it. But it's really cool. And if you're a drummer and you want to participate, you have all to the end of this until October, and you can use that DTV free and get a whole year for free, because we're going to keep doing challenges like this. It's not going to just be just this month. We're going to do different ones like every month. So if you guys want to join and you want to win that $150, just do it. It's going to be so much fun, and you can submit as many songs as you want, and it'll be great. I think it's awesome. Your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, I think it's a really cool challenge. Maybe I'll submit myself, slapping the table while listening to Led Zeppelin. No, I'm kidding. No, but probably no.
You should do like like a small table Moby Dick, and just get a bunch of pots and pans and like some trash cans and like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I mean that might be some work, but if
you would win,
I don't know.
I would vote for that.
Right.
I think it's pretty cool. And then to also come out in the other video, we have the game shows, and the game shows are really, really cool, and they're really fun. We just had a Led Zeppelin themed game show, which I was totally kicking ass at, which was great. I really loved it. It's so much fun. Once again, not just for musicians, not just for drummers. Obviously, if you like Led Zeppelin, you would have kicked ass at it too. So everybody should stay tuned and join a game show. We have a lot of open house ones that anybody can join anytime they want. They don't have to be members. You just have to jump in. So
yeah, and there are prizes in the game show.
Yes. Oh my god, they had so many cool Led Zeppelin prizes. There was like a Led Zeppelin backpack, tapestries. I mean, it was really, really cool. I couldn't believe that some of the stuff we gave away.
Yeah,
it was fun. Okay, cool. All right, Steve, what do we have next?
Let's see. Well, we talked about the game show, so unless there's like some other video,
we have a clip for the game shows.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it was part of that features video, but I wasn't sure if it was another clip. But
got it.
Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. I guess we can move to the next thing if there's no other clip for that.
Got it.
So this is this day in music history facts for October 3rd. So
October 3rd, also known as Mean Girls Day.
Oh yeah, it's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the musical version, the movie of the musical version that came out?
No, my daughter really wants to watch the musical version. I'm not a musical person. I honestly, I get really creeped out when people sing at me. Like if someone's singing at me, it makes me so uncomfortable. Even as a musician, I get uncomfortable like that. I'm like, please don't sing at me. So when musicals, I always feel like people singing at me, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, yeah, I guess that's fair. I do like musicals, but some are better than others. I thought this one was fine. Original movie, I think, is a bit better, but I didn't think the new one was like a super unwatchable, like some said. But your mileage may vary depending on all that. But anyway, going backwards with this day in music history, October 3rd, 2014. Wow, 10 years ago. A mint condition copy of the Beatles' Please Please Me album, signed by George Harrison, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and Ringo Starr, sold for $36,655 at an auction held in the US. Now, when I first read that earlier, I misread the price and I was like, wow, it really only sold for $36.65. But I was wrong. I misread it.
36,000. So in today's money, that would be like 200,000.
Yeah, it'd definitely be much higher. Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then it looks like October 3rd, 2011, a new scientific research, Queen's We Are the Champions, was found to be the catchiest song ever written. Huh. Musicologist Dr. Polly from University of London, England, conducted research into what makes the song memorable and compiled a list of the 10 catchiest songs of all time. I have a note on that. If he was an English doctor and Queen was obviously a British band, I feel like that's a little skewed, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that, well, at least among all the people I know, Bohemian Rhapsody tends to be the go-to for karaoke,
Right?
at least.
Oh, I wouldn't
I
have
don't
the
know.
balls to do. I wouldn't have the balls to do that. And my brother does after about 6 shots.
Yeah, I've done karaoke like with and without the drinks. It's a fun time. Yeah.
I couldn't do it without it. I'm not gonna do it without it. All right, what's next, Steve?
Yeah, so October 3rd, 1999, Akio Morita, the founder of Sony Electronics, died at age 78. The 1979 Sony Walkman transformed both Sony and consumers across the world. Yeah, the Sony logo, you see it on a lot of those devices that were really innovative. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a Walkman. I had a tape, and I had a CD. When they had the CD ones, the CD Walkmans, like the bright colored ones, I had a hot pink one. I killed that thing. I had a Limp Bizkit CD in there for like 6 months.
Yeah, like you use those devices so much, and then it's like, oh, you gotta get a new one now because of how overused it's become.
I miss that. I miss those times though, like when you have to just listen to one album and like just appreciate one album versus like Spotify, you're shuffling and you're going from genre to artist to different things, you're bouncing all over the wall. It's harder to appreciate music now with streaming than it was just to have just one album, one cassette tape, one CD, and just listen to that. So.
Yeah, at the risk of sounding very old man yells at cloud, I highly recommend people listen to each album from start to finish, and then like shuffle however you want.
Yeah, I'm a purist in that sense, where if it's a new album that comes out, I listen to it from beginning to end. I don't shuffle the album because there's always like transitions you miss between songs sometimes. So I always, if it's a good, like one of my top bands, I always listen top to bottom the whole time, and then later on I'll shuffle. But I 100% agree with you, Steven. Okay, October 3rd, 1978, the members of Aerosmith bailed out 30 fans out of jail after they were arrested for smoking pot during an Aerosmith concert. In the 70s? They cared that much? Oh, all right.
Yeah, I had not heard of this story until like we were given this list. But yeah, there's a concert at the Fort Wayne Coliseum, and that's really wild that they did that for the fans.
In the 70s. I can see that like in the 90s. But, yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the last one, Steven?
The last one we have here, October 3rd, 1945. Elvis Presley made his first ever public appearance in a talent contest at the Mississippi, Alabama Dairy Show, singing Old Shep. Elvis was 10 years old at the time and came in second.
Wow. Came in second? I guess he couldn't do his hip shaking back then, so that's probably why he didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, he learned it from Forrest Gump later on. Didn't you see that movie?
Yeah, right? It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Yeah. And for those who missed it, let's see another short video about the membership site. I believe we have that queued up, so let's see that in a moment.
And now we are inviting everyone to join us in our new membership site for exclusive live stream. And now we are inviting everyone to join us in our new membership site.
Get the membership site.
Yeah, I think our engineer Henry Ishka has like some hot fingers
Yes.
or something.
I think there's some technical issues, but yes.
But I guess
Okay.
people can rewind after the
Sure.
stream. But yeah,
Why not?
people join drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Really great stuff, really great features, showcase, artist Q&As, and concerts, and lots of great stuff.
Yes.
So,
You can join now, and you can join for free. DTV free 1 year.
that's two
That's-
T's in there.
Yeah, DTTV. DTV free. You get a free year, and it's awesome. It's so much fun, and it's totally worth it to not pay any money for a year. I mean, it's really fun. I have a good time on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So thanks, folks, for following what we do here at Drum Talk TV.
Mhm.
And this is goodbye for now. And yeah, I guess we'll see you all soon. Keep
See you
up.
next week.
Yeah, see you next week with another news broadcast, whichever of us are on here.
Hey.
Yeah, your device does that.
Let's go